The Real Wolverine, a size comparison between movie and comic versions. Hey there, fellow Marvel enthusiasts. Ever wondered how the Wolverine you see on the big screen compares to the one in the comic books? Today, we're diving claws first into the fascinating world of Wolverine to explore the size differences between his movie and comic versions. From his height and build to the reasons behind these differences, we'll uncover it all. So, grab your adamantium claws and let's get ready to rumble. Sit back, relax, and let's unleash the true Wolverine. Wolverine, whose real name is James Howlett but commonly known as Logan, first slashed his way into our hearts in 1974. Born in the late 1800s in Canada, he discovered his mutant abilities: rapid healing, enhanced senses, and retractable bone claws after a traumatic event in his youth. Over time, his skeleton was infused with unbreakable adamantium, making him nearly indestructible. He's been a member of teams like the X-Men, Avengers, and even Alpha Flight. Wolverine's complex past, brooding personality, and struggle with his feral nature make him one of Marvel's most intriguing characters. Wolverine isn't just a fan favorite, he's a cultural icon. His tough exterior, coupled with a heart of gold, resonates with fans worldwide. He's appeared in countless comic issues, animated series, video games, and of course, blockbuster movies. His character explores themes of identity, redemption, and the battle between humanity and animal instinct. Wolverine's popularity has helped propel the X-Men franchise to new heights, influencing superhero narratives and pop culture. Whether you're a hardcore comic reader or a casual moviegoer, chances are you've been captivated by the Wolverine's legendary claws. In the comics, Wolverine is depicted as a rugged, muscular powerhouse. He's got wild, unkempt hair and signature mutton chop sideburns that scream, "Don't mess with me." His piercing eyes and often scowling expression reflect his tough-as-nails attitude. Wolverine's costumes are iconic. Think bright yellow and blue spandex with a mask sporting pointed ears resembling a Wolverine's. His look is bold and instantly recognizable, capturing the larger-than-life essence of comic book artistry. Moreover, his physique is solid and stocky. He's not the towering figure you might expect from a superhero. Instead, his shorter stature coupled with a heavily muscled build emphasizes his raw strength and durability. He's a brawler who relies on brute force, and his appearance reinforces that. The animalistic features in his design highlight his connection to his feral side, making him both intimidating and fascinating to readers. One of the most distinctive aspects of Wolverine's comic book portrayal is his height, or lack thereof. Standing at just 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters, he's shorter than many of his fellow heroes. But don't let that fool you. Wolverine packs a punch. His weight is around 300 pounds, 136 kilos, largely due to his dense adamantium-laced skeleton. This gives him a stocky, muscular build that's all about power over agility. His shorter stature plays a significant role in his character. It contributes to his underdog vibe, making his victories over larger foes even more impressive. It's also a source of occasional humor and adds depth to his interactions with other characters. By challenging the conventional image of a tall superhero, Wolverine's build emphasizes that heroism isn't defined by height, but by heart and grit. Wolverine's physical attributes in the comics aren't just for show. They play a crucial role in defining who he is. His compact, muscular build complements his ferocious fighting style, up close and personal. He's the guy who'll take a hit if it means getting in a better one. His size allows him to be a scrappy combatant, often taking down enemies who underestimate him due to his height. This physique also symbolizes his inner struggles. Being built like a human tank mirrors the emotional armor he's constructed over years of hardship. His appearance challenges stereotypes about what a hero should look like, promoting the idea that strength comes in all shapes and sizes. It reinforces his outsider status, a theme that runs deep in X-Men lore. Furthermore, his animalistic features, like his sharp claws and keen senses, are visually represented through his wild hair and fierce demeanor. These elements highlight the constant battle between his human side and his feral instincts. By embracing these characteristics, the comics give readers a hero who is raw, flawed, and utterly compelling. Enter Hugh Jackman. When the first X-Men movie was released in 2000, Jackman took on the role of Wolverine, and it's safe to say he made it his own. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches, 188 centimeters, he's nearly a foot taller than his comic counterpart. Initially, some fans were skeptical about this casting choice, but Jackman's stellar performance quickly silenced the doubters. His ability to capture Wolverine's gruff exterior and conflicted soul won hearts worldwide. Over 17 years and 9 films, Jackman became synonymous with Wolverine, delivering a legacy that's hard to match. In the movies, Wolverine's appearance got a Hollywood makeover. Jackman's Wolverine is taller and has a leaner, more chiseled physique. His intense workout regimen for the role is legendary, contributing to a look that's both powerful and aesthetically pleasing. The wild hair and sideburns are still there, but are styled in a way that's more approachable for mainstream audiences. Costume-wise, the bright spandex was swapped out for rugged leather jackets, tank tops, and jeans. This grounded approach aimed to fit the film's more realistic tone. The filmmakers focused on making Wolverine look like someone you might actually encounter, a tough loner with a mysterious past, rather than a spandex-clad superhero. The most noticeable difference is, of course, the height. Movie Wolverine towers over his comic version, changing the character dynamics significantly. His taller stature removes the small but fierce element, which is a key aspect of his comic identity. This alters how he interacts with other characters. He's less the underestimated underdog and more the formidable presence in the room. His physique in the films is leaner, reflecting modern cinematic trends. The bulky, stocky build is replaced with defined muscles and a more athletic frame. This not only appeals to contemporary aesthetic preferences, but also influences his fighting style on screen. Movie Wolverine showcases more agility and grace in combat scenes, incorporating dynamic choreography that's visually exciting. The animalistic traits are also toned down in the films. While the ferocity is still present, the emphasis is placed more on his internal struggles and less on his feral nature. His costumes omit the classic mask and vibrant colors, choosing instead a minimalist approach that aligns with the movie's gritty realism. These changes were made to adapt the character to a new medium and audience. While some fans missed the original traits, many appreciated the fresh take. The movies focused on exploring Wolverine's emotional depth, past traumas, and quest for identity, offering a different but compelling portrayal. Time for a head-to-head, or should we say head-to-shoulder, comparison. In the comics, Wolverine's 5'3" frame makes him shorter than most of his teammates. This is a significant aspect of his character, often influencing storylines and interactions. It's a physical trait that sets him apart and adds to his underdog appeal. In contrast, Hugh Jackman's 6'2" stature flips the script. Movie Wolverine stands eye to eye with, or even above, other characters. This changes the dynamics entirely. The intimidation factor shifts from being about attitude and ferocity packed into a small frame to being about his imposing physical presence. While both versions exude confidence and toughness, the height difference impacts how other characters perceive and react to Wolverine. Comic Wolverine is all about that bulk. His stocky, muscular build reflects his immense strength and durability. He's like a compact powerhouse, ready to unleash devastation at a moment's notice. This build complements his straightforward brawler fighting style. Think close-quarters combat and overpowering force. Movie Wolverine, on the other hand, sports a leaner physique. Jackman's dedication to fitness resulted in a shredded, athletic look that's visually striking on screen. This build allows for more fluid movement and agility in fight scenes, adding a different layer to his combat style. It aligns with modern cinematic portrayals of superheroes, emphasizing speed and precision alongside strength. While both builds are impressive, they offer different interpretations of the character. The comic version emphasizes raw power in a condensed form, while the movie version blends strength with agility, showcasing a versatile warrior. Visually, the comic and movie Wolverines present unique takes on the character. In the comics, the bold costumes, dramatic poses, and exaggerated features are designed to leap off the page. The bright colors and stylized art capture the fantastical elements of the story. Wolverine's mask, with its sharp lines and pointed ears, adds to his mysterious and fierce persona. In films, the portrayal shifts toward realism. The costumes are practical, and the color palette is muted. Wolverine's iconic mask is notably absent. a choice made to keep the character relatable and grounded. The focus is on facial expressions and subtle details to convey emotion and intensity. The portrayal of his claws also differs. In comics, they can vary in size and are sometimes depicted with artistic flair for dramatic effect. In movies, the claws are designed to look realistic, with consistent length and a metallic sheen that reflects light during intense moments. These visual differences highlight the strengths of each medium. Comics have the freedom to exaggerate and stylize, creating larger-than-life images. Movies aim for immersion, making characters feel like they could exist in our world. Both approaches offer valuable and entertaining interpretations of Wolverine. So why the big change? Casting Hugh Jackman was a move influenced by Hollywood standards and storytelling priorities. Studios often seek actors who have a strong screen presence and can draw audiences. Jackman's height and physique fit the traditional leading man role, which is a proven formula in the film industry. Moreover, logistical considerations come into play. Casting a taller actor avoids the need for creative camera angles or special effects to adjust height differences with other cast members. It simplifies production and ensures on-screen chemistry is more natural. Jackman's acting prowess and dedication also made him an ideal choice. His ability to convey Wolverine's complex emotions, internal conflicts, and badassery outweighed concerns about physical discrepancies with the source material. The goal was to bring Wolverine to life in a way that resonated with both fans and newcomers. Adapting a beloved comic book character to film is no easy task. Creative decisions are made to suit the cinematic medium and appeal to wider audiences. The filmmakers chose to alter certain aspects of Wolverine to fit the tone and style of the movies. The height difference was considered less critical than capturing the essence of the character. Directors and writers focused on Wolverine's personality, backstory, and relationships. They aimed to tell compelling stories that would translate well on screen, even if that meant deviating from the source material. Costume changes were also significant. The vibrant spandex suits might work in comics but could seem out of place or campy in live-action films. The decision to forgo the mask and opt for realistic clothing helped ground the character, making him more relatable to audiences who may not be familiar with the comics. These adaptations are part of translating a character across mediums. While some fans might miss certain elements, others appreciate the fresh perspective. The movies opened up Wolverine's character to millions of new fans, demonstrating the flexibility and enduring appeal of the Marvel Universe. Fans have had plenty to say about the size differences. Initially, some die-hard comic enthusiasts were critical of the changes, feeling that the taller, leaner movie Wolverine didn't capture the original's essence. However, many fans embraced Jackman's portrayal, appreciating his commitment and the depth he brought to the role. Over time, Jackman's Wolverine became iconic in his own right. The performance resonated with audiences, and discussions about height took a back seat. Fan forums and conventions are filled with praise for both versions, acknowledging that each brings something unique to the table. The size difference influenced how Wolverine's character was developed on screen. Without the small but mighty angle, the films explored other facets of his personality. Themes like immortality, loss, and the search for identity took center stage. His relationships with other characters, like Professor X and Jean Grey, were given more depth. This interpretation allowed the movies to delve into emotional storytelling, providing a fresh take on Wolverine. While different from the comics, it enriched the character and expanded his appeal. It shows that adaptations can honor the spirit of the source material while offering new perspectives. And there you have it, folks. The real Wolverine size comparison reveals fascinating differences between the comic and movie versions. While they may differ in height and build, both interpretations capture the heart and soul of Wolverine. The comic book Wolverine shows us that big things come in small packages, emphasizing raw power and animalistic ferocity. The movie Wolverine offers a more grounded and emotionally complex character, bringing depth to his struggles and relationships. Both versions remind us why Wolverine is such an enduring hero, resilient, fierce, and unafraid to confront his inner demons. Whether you prefer the classic comic portrayal or the cinematic legend, there's no denying the impact this character has had on fans worldwide. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Wolverine's world, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more superhero content. What's your take on the size differences? Do you lean towards the classic, short-statured comic Wolverine or Hugh Jackman's taller portrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you think. And stay tuned for more exciting explorations of your favorite characters. Until next time, keep those claws sharp.